You think you know African wildlife? Let's push past the lions, the elephants, and the graceful giraffes. The Africa on the postcards? That's just scratching the surface. The real Africa, the one hidden in remote forests under scorching desert sands and even right under our noses, is hiding creatures so strange they seem to defy belief. These are the continent's outliers, the evolutionary experiments that gave us walking armor, living fossils, and social structures that look more like an insect hive than a mammal colony. They are nature's strangest designs, shaped by millions of years of pressure to survive in some of the most demanding places on Earth. But what are the evolutionary secrets behind their bizarre existence? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the mainstream safari to find the continent's most incredible and unusual animals. We'll explore the native marvels forged by this continent, and we'll also look at the invaders, the outsiders that have shown up and are now reshaping Africa's ancient ecosystems in shocking ways. Get ready to meet the creatures that look like evolution designed them on a dare. First up is an animal that seems crafted from fantasy, a creature so unique it's in a class all by itself. If you ever find yourself in the dense, freshwater swamps of Central and East Africa, you might just feel a pair of eyes on you. If you're lucky, you'll turn and see the owner, the shoebill. Sometimes called the whale-headed stork, this bird is like a living statue, famous for standing completely motionless for hours, its gaze fixed and intense. It's a bizarre, intimidating presence, with slate-gray feathers and a look that says it knows ancient secrets. The shoebill's most defining feature is its enormous, shoe-shaped bill. This isn't just a beak, it's a weapon. At nearly 10 inches long and brutally strong with a sharp hook at the tip, this bill is designed to hunt large, slippery prey in the murky water it calls home. Shoebills are expert ambush hunters. They wait with inhuman patience for a lungfish or catfish to come up for air, and then, with shocking speed, they lunge forward in a move called a collapse, swallowing their prey, water, vegetation, and all. The force of the strike alone can be enough to decapitate their victim. They're even known to hunt baby crocodiles, which tells you everything you need to know about how formidable they are. Despite their fearsome look, shoebills are mostly silent, solitary creatures. You'll never see them in large groups. Even mated pairs, which are monogamous, like to keep their distance, often hunting on opposite sides of their territory. Their main way of communicating isn't a call, but a strange rattling sound made by clattering their massive bills together. This bill clattering is used as a greeting at the nest and can sound disturbingly like machine gun fire echoing across the swamps. For such a large and seemingly grim bird, they are also surprisingly gentle parents, known for pouring water over their eggs and chicks to keep them cool in the intense African heat. The shoebill is a true relic, a bird that bridges the gap between today's birds and the dinosaurs they came from, ruling its swampy kingdom with silent, deadly patience. Now, we go from the swamps deep underground to meet a creature that breaks almost every rule of being a mammal. Forget fur, forget normal aging, and forget how rodents are supposed to behave. Meet the naked mole rat. This pink, wrinkly, buck-toothed animal, also known as the sand puppy, is one of the strangest vertebrates on Earth. Living in huge underground burrows across East Africa, these animals have adapted to a life of total darkness and low oxygen, with a set of biological superpowers that scientists are still trying to figure out. The first and most obvious oddity is how they look. Naked mole rats are almost completely hairless, and their loose, saggy skin gives them a strange, alien appearance. This isn't for looks. The lack of fur helps prevent parasites and allows them to move more easily through their narrow tunnels. Their most noticeable features are their giant front teeth, which actually grow outside their lips so they can dig without getting a mouthful of dirt. These teeth are serious tools, strong enough to chew through hard-packed soil and even concrete. But their appearance is just the start. The naked mole rat's social structure is what really makes it weird. They are one of only 2 known eusocial mammals, which means they live in large colonies with a social hierarchy just like ants or bees. A colony can have up to 300 members, but only one dominant female, the queen, gets to reproduce. She mates with a few select males, while the rest of the colony, both male and female, are sterile workers. These workers have specialized jobs. Some dig the massive burrow systems, some find food, and others act as soldiers, defending the colony from snakes. Biologically, they are medical marvels. Naked mole rats are highly resistant to cancer and can live for over 30 years, an incredibly long time for a rodent. They can survive in extremely low oxygen environments, even lasting up to 18 minutes with no oxygen at all, which would kill any other mammal instantly. They also don't feel pain in their skin from certain chemical irritants. This creature isn't just bizarre, it's a wrinkly, subterranean superorganism that challenges our basic understanding of what a mammal can be. Coming out from the underground darkness, we now head into the deep, dense rainforests of the Democratic Republic of Congo, home to an animal so elusive, it was once thought to be a myth. This is the Okapi, a creature that looks like it was put together from the parts of a few different animals. It has the body of a horse, a long giraffe-like neck, and the shocking black and white stripes of a zebra on its legs and rear. For years it was known to the local peoples of the Ituri forest but remained a secret to Western science until the early 20th century, earning it the nickname, the Ghost of the Forest. Despite the zebra stripes, the Okapi's closest and only living relative is the giraffe. You can see the family resemblance if you look closely, the cloven hooves, the small skin-covered horns on the males, and especially its incredibly long prehensile tongue. An Okapi's tongue is so long, stretching up to 18 inches, that it can lick its own eyelids and clean its ears, a handy tool for a life spent munching on leaves and twigs. Its coat is a luxurious, velvety dark brown, which feels oily and acts as a natural raincoat in its humid home. So what's with the stripes? They're a brilliant form of camouflage. In the filtered light of the dense rainforest, the stripes break up the Okapi's outline, making it incredibly hard for predators like leopards to spot. The stripes also serve as a follow-me signal, helping a young calf keep track of its mother as they move through the dark forest. Okapis are extremely shy and solitary, mainly getting together to breed. They're so secretive that a newborn calf won't poop for the first month of its life, an incredible adaptation to avoid leaving any scent that could attract predators while it's hidden by its mother. The Okapi is a gentle, mysterious giant that perfectly represents the secrets held within Africa's deepest forests. We now pivot from the large, charismatic animals to a creature that's bizarre not for how it looks, but for its sheer, world-conquering ambition. Our next subject is an invader, a tiny titan that shows how the biggest ecological problems can come in the smallest packages. This is the Argentine ant. Originally from South America, this tiny ant, just a few millimeters long, has become one of the most destructive invasive species on the planet, setting up colonies on 6 continents, including in South Africa. What makes the Argentine ant so strange and successful is its social behavior. In their native home, different colonies of Argentine ants are aggressive and fight with each other over resources, just like most other ants. But when they get to a new continent, something incredible happens. They lose that internal aggression. Ants from different nests, even hundreds of miles apart, recognize each other as family. This allows them to form what are called super colonies, vast interconnected networks of nests that can span entire countries. One super colony in Europe stretches for thousands of kilometers along the coast. With no infighting, all their energy is focused outward on conquering their new home. For our final and most bizarre creature, we travel to an island off the coast of mainland Africa, a place famous for its unique and otherworldly wildlife, Madagascar. And no animal on this island is stranger or more specialized than the aye-aye. This nocturnal primate is so peculiar that when Western scientists first discovered it, they couldn't figure out what it was, at first classifying it as a rodent because of its ever-growing front teeth. The aye-aye looks like something from a fever dream. It has the ears of a bat, the bushy tail of a squirrel, and large, haunting eyes that seem to glow in the dark, but its most famous and bizarre feature is its hands, specifically, its middle finger. On each hand, one finger is long, thin, wiry, and almost skeletal, moving with a creepy independence from the others. This isn't a deformity, it's one of the most specialized tools in the entire animal kingdom. The aye-aye uses this finger for a unique hunting method called percussive foraging. It walks slowly along tree branches, tapping rapidly on the bark with its skinny finger up to 8 times per second. With its oversized, sensitive ears, it listens to the vibrations, basically using echolocation to find hollow spots where wood-boring insect larvae are moving around. Once it finds a grub, it uses its sharp, rodent-like teeth to gnaw a hole into the wood. Then, it sticks its flexible finger into the hole, using a unique ball and socket joint to fish around corners, stab the larva with its hooked claw and pull it out. It is the only primate in the world that fills this ecological niche, essentially acting as Madagascar's woodpecker. Unfortunately, this strange appearance has been a curse for the aye-aye. In some local cultures, it is seen as a bringer of bad luck or an evil omen, a demon that must be killed on sight. This persecution, combined with severe habitat loss, has made the aye-aye an endangered species. It's the ultimate example of evolution's creativity, a creature so perfectly and so strangely adapted to its environment that it seems almost alien. The aye-aye is a true icon of the bizarre, a nocturnal goblin that represents the peak of evolutionary oddity on this unique island. From the armored and tragic pangolin to the strange goblin-like aye-aye, Africa's bizarre creatures show the incredible and sometimes terrifying power of evolution. Whether they're native species pushed into strange forms by the pressures of survival, or invasive outsiders reshaping entire ecosystems, these animals reveal a side of the continent far wilder and weirder than most of us imagine. They are a critical part of Africa's biodiversity, and losing any one of them could have consequences we are only just beginning to understand. Which of these bizarre creatures surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to keep discovering the world's most incredible wildlife, don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the planet's strangest animals. Thanks for watching.